Bonjour, ça fait 3 fois que je lance ce jeu. Pourquoi ils mettent qu'il y a les sous-titres français dans l'autre? Ah, je comprends rien. Zéro sous-titrage français, pas de remboursement possible, je suis fâché. Ah voilà. On est d'accord, il n'y a pas les sous-titres français. Comment ça se fait qu'ils mettent ça? Bon. On verra dans les commentaires si quelqu'un me répond. Alors, donc là je relance The Raven. Ça fait 2 fois que je le lance. En fait, les sous-titres, pour que ça fonctionne, il faut mettre non. Voilà, sous-titres non. Et ça fonctionne apparemment. Voilà, donc non, je confirme. Et on est reparti. Décidément.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold? 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 You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Shh! Calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's there.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh! Turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but...
Do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now, we just have to...
What?
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
Bon, c'est parti pour un stream nocturne. Je vois qu'il y a 3 personnes, je vais jouer pendant... Je pense au moins 1h30. Donc voilà. Vous pouvez vous endormir devant. Je pense que ça va être un jeu assez calme.
don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
You're funny, but you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Alors, il ferait bien de partir. Qui est-il? Pistolet d'enfant.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller,
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I live in England now. She's taking care of some rich old lady. We're on our way to Venice at the moment. We're taking a cruise on a big ship.
Impressive. You've already seen half the world. I've spent my entire life in Switzerland.
Must be really boring.
And what's with the gun? What do you need it for?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
I know who the Raven was. Although I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
But, monsieur, surely I can be of assistance, somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks to that?
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist.
That would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable...
Zellner.
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
Il garde quelque chose, il est en vacances, non? Il cherche quelqu'un. Donc on va peut-être incarner ce garde suisse, c'est rigolo ça. Enfin, cet agent. C'est pas commun.
I think you're guarding something.
Oh really? And what might it be?
Peu importe ce qu'il y a dans le coffre-fort.
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Let's assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
Il ne veut pas attirer l'attention, c'est un piège. Plus d'hommes.
You don't want to arouse attention.
Évident. But why not?
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination. I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But The fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help. And I will help. You're in my country. And I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do. Whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zelna. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know?
C'est un Suisse français du coup, qui parle français.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa! It was him?
Mm-hmm. Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
Alors, voulez-vous des explications sur les commandes du jeu? Oui. Alors, pour examiner un objet, approchez-vous avec le stick analogique de gauche, sélectionnez avec le stick analogique de droite et appuyez sur croix. Sélectionnez le papier sandwich sur la table.
This morning I thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement. Thankfully, I bought a sandwich with me anyway.
Alors, si vous sélectionnez à nouveau le papier de sandwich, vous verrez le symbole affiché et changer. Le texte en bas de l'écran indique prendre le papier de sandwich. Appuyez sur le croix. Hop. Très bien, à présent, appuyez sur triangle pour ouvrir l'inventaire qui contient tous les objets. C'est un point and click, excellent. Et on incarne l'agent Zellner, un ancien du gaz. C'est cool ça. Sélectionnez le papier de sandwich avec le stick analogique de gauche et appuyez sur croix pour afficher en supérieur gauche. Et on va ramasser la pomme avec.
I was so excited this morning that I couldn't eat anything. Needless to say, the second I got into train, I was famished. Fortunately, I bought an apple.
Donc, on prend le papier à sandwich. Ah oui, parce que je suis dessus, ok. Emballer le trognon de pomme dans le papier à sandwich. Il y a l'animation, excellent. Et hop là. Ce petit didacticiel en bonne et due forme. Rouvrez l'inventaire, sélectionnez le papier de sandwich et appuyez sur rond pour l'examiner, excellent. Bon, j'ai cassé le jeu.
I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich paper. That way I can carry it without making a mess of my trouser pocket. Still, I'd prefer not to have to carry them all day.
C'est pas une poubelle là-bas au fond? Bien sûr, vous pouvez aussi utiliser les objets entre eux dans l'inventaire. Excellent. Sélectionnez la serviette papier avec croix, puis sélectionnez le papier de sandwich dans l'inventaire. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que ça va faire? Ah merde. Ah oui, il apparaît en haut à gauche, j'avais pas vu. Alors attendez. Combiner les détritus.
The napkin came with the croissant I bought at the train station. A guilty pleasure. I don't need that either.
Débarrassons-nous-en. Jetez les détritus de votre inventaire. Dans le cendrier. Comment ça, dans le cendrier? Regardez la poubelle. Ah, je comprends rien. C'est quoi ce délire? Débarrassons-nous-en. Jetez les détritus de votre inventaire dans le cendrier. Et pourquoi il y a écrit regardez la poubelle?
Every table has its own waste basket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat.
C'est nul. C'est un cendrier, c'est pas une poubelle.
Right.
Bon, c'est pas grave. C'est pas grave, c'est pas grave. Ok. Astuce, vous devez examiner certains objets plusieurs fois pour en découvrir tous les secrets. Ça, faut pas le dire tout de suite. Donc ça a l'air sympa. Ah, on dirige un ancien, ça c'est trop marrant. Trop fort. Alors...
The Vicarage in the Mirror. A detective novel by my favorite author, Lady Clarissa Westmacott. For years now, I've been trying to convince my theater group to stage one of her plays. I'll leave it there. I'll pick it up before I get off. I'll leave it there. I'll pick it up.
D'accord.
We Swiss are crazy about trains. We don't just have a lot of railroads. We have the most beautiful ones in the world.
Would you be so kind as to close the window? I don't want to sit in the dark.
Oh, pardon.
Ah, rond.
We Swiss are crazy. We don't just...
Ok. Yo, yo, je viens juste de commencer, à l'instant. Ça se passe toujours dans un train en ce moment, ouais, grave. C'est l'Orient Express, là, s'il te plaît, attention. Ce n'est pas n'importe quel train. Alors, on a un petit plan ici.
The large map shows the different routes of the Orient Express. This train began in Paris and ends in Istanbul, as usual. Unfortunately, it will make most of its journey without me. This is the first car. The coal tender should be directly beyond this door, and in front of it, the engine. The train covers a distance of more than 3,000 kilometers. It stops at a dozen places. In many cities, they entertain the travelers with local specialities and culture and adventure, especially in southeastern Europe.
Paramètres de diffusion, je vais mettre mon truc en haut à droite. Bon, ça a l'air sympa, c'est cool. Paramètres de la vidéo. En haut à droite. Et on inverse ça, ok. J'ai quitté Boya avant la fin. Tes potes m'ont appelé en vidéo à un moment. On aurait dû être ensemble, c'est après dommage. Ah yes, ouais, il est bon.
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it. I'll pick it up before...
Ouais, pour un moment je pense aussi. Pour le bien de tous. Observez le violoniste.
The violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape in the world. One can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he. The violinist is a good one can...
Ah, il a la main tremblante.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Qui est-il? Où se rend-il? Dire au revoir.
If I'm not mistaken, you're a violinist.
That's true.
A wonderful instrument. The violin music touches the soul.
That's why I learned to play it.
Do you play in an orchestra?
No, orchestras aren't really part of my world.
A solo violinist. The best soloists travel a great deal and make a pile of money, or so they say.
In that case, I'm probably not one of the best.
Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
I'm sure your recital will be a great success. But tell me, did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Anything unusual?
Persons acting suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake, is there cause for concern?
Everything is in order, sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Ah, je crois que j'ai noté des trucs dans mon carnet. Alors attendez, j'ai entendu un bruit. Ok. Je voudrais sauvegarder. Voilà, sauvegarder la partie. Je peux pas changer de slot? Putain. Sauvegarder la partie. Ah merde. Ok, d'accord. Ah oui, ça c'est nouveau. Ah, une nouvelle sauvegarde, ok. Ok. Carrément, heureusement qu'on a les messageries instantanées pour une fois. Bah, ça fait longtemps qu'on les a. Messageries instantanées, visio, on a ce qu'il faut. Hein. Non, moi ce qui me fait peur le plus, c'est les vivres. Parce qu'au final, t'as des gens qui ont fait des réserves, mais t'as des gens qui ont soit pas fait de réserve, soit qui ont des enfants, qui ont des grandes familles et qui vont vite... bouffer leur vivre quoi. Et si ça suit pas dans les magasins ou si à chaque fois c'est l'orgie, ça va être compliqué. Moi je suis tout seul, j'ai un peu de bouffe, j'ai de quoi tenir tu vois une semaine ou deux, mais pas plus quoi. Non, je pense pas que les réseaux vont être saturés. Tu crois? Alors, je vais aller checker un peu tout ça. Bon bah on va avoir la lecture hein. Ah non ça va en fait. Catégorie. Secret. Bon attends. Ah, le retour du corbeau. Alors, le retour du corbeau. Bon, on va tout lire. Hein. On va s'investir un peu dans ce point and click, ça a l'air cool. Ouais, après ça dépend où tu vis. Ici, c'est l'anarchie des animaux du supermarché. Ah oui, à Marseille, bah ouais, j'avoue. Bah de toute façon, toutes les grandes agglos, ça va être compliqué, je pense. Hein. Alors, le retour du corbeau. Ceci est le carnet privé de l'agent Anton Jacob Zellner. Si vous le trouvez, merci de l'envoyer directement au siège de police à Zurich. Alors, 23 septembre 63. Un rubis assez précieux a été dérobé au British Museum de Londres, l'un des deux légendaires yeux du Sphinx. La presse est en ébullition, comme on pouvait s'y attendre. Elle accuse le nouveau corbeau de salir la réputation de l'ancien corbeau, car ce dernier n'avait jamais blessé quiconque lors de ses exploits. 24 septembre... Qu'est-ce qu'il y a écrit? Contenu. 24 septembre 63. J'ai osé. Je me suis présenté devant le capitaine et je lui ai dit face à face que je voulais être chargé de la mission. Il était trop surpris pour dire non. Inspecteur Nicolas Legrand, ici, avec nous en Suisse. Je ne peux pas laisser passer cette occasion. Mais que vient-il faire ici au juste? 11 septembre 63. C'est chelou, c'est à l'envers. Pardon, c'est à l'envers. Bon bref. Legrand traque l'héritier du corbeau. D'après les informations obtenues par notre journal, Nicolas Legrand, un citoyen français, il est bien français lui, de 33 ans nommé inspecteur spécial à Interpol, se charge de l'affaire de l'héritier du corbeau. Legrand est considéré par ses collègues dans les forces de police européennes comme un enquêteur perspicace et un limier implacable. Ce jeune enquêteur perspicace, ce jeune policier a démontré tout son talent il y a 5 ans en attrapant le Corbeau, le criminel le plus recherché d'Europe. Une fusillade a éclaté alors qu'il tentait d'appréhender le voleur rusé. Et celle-ci s'est soldée par la mort du cambrioleur. Un bon français, n'est-ce pas? Alors, il faut le dire, le Corbeau était très apprécié du public en raison de ses cambriolages audacieux et astucieux. Un imitateur nous nargue depuis plusieurs mois, mais même s'il laisse des plumes de corbeau sur les lieux de ses méfaits, ce criminel ne fait pas preuve du raffinement ou de l'intelligence du premier corbeau. Les 3 derniers cambriolages ont fait au total 5 victimes, dont un blessé grave, mais heureusement, aucune n'est décédée. Scotland Yard, Interpol et l'inspecteur Legrand refusent de commenter l'affaire. Inspecteur Nicolas Legrand. Legrand est différent en vrai. Il a l'air plus vieux, plus fatigué. Il reste un bon enquêteur, mais il se dit que ses méthodes sont devenues, disons, plus intrépides au cours des dernières années. Est-ce que le jeu n'est pas trop fort par rapport à ma voix, les gars? J'ai l'impression que c'est fort. Elle est sympa l'OST. Ouais, elle est cool. Il y a du violon, il y a des petits instruments comme ça. C'est léger, c'est cool. Le piège de Legrand. Legrand semble tendre un piège au nouveau corbeau. Je devrais essayer d'en apprendre plus sur son plan. Non, ça va, ça marche. Je te remercie. Le violoniste. Donc c'est le premier personnage qu'on a... Enfin, le deuxième personnage qu'on a rencontré, qu'on a interrogé. Un homme avec un étui à violon est assis dans la voiture de voyageurs. Il prétend être soliste. Il m'a l'air assez ivre. Ses mains tremblent. Il dit se rendre à Venise. Il doit ensuite rejoindre le Caire par bateau pour se produire au musée égyptien. Qui est le corbeau? Cherchez les indices pour découvrir l'identité du corbeau. Voilà. Voilà, c'est bon. On a tout lu. Bon bah voilà, sympathique.
Very kind of you. Thanks.
Mais quel con.
Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof. Mr.
Lucio. Professor Edgar Lucio.
Oh, a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say.
Alors, cambriolage au musée. Pardon.
So, you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no?
There was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
There was a break-in in your museum, and it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
Inspecteur Legrand.
Whatever you say. The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
No, should I?
You don't know him? And you also don't know what he's doing here?
No. Why should I?
Just a thought. You're a representative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're trying to imply. And now, please excuse me.
Merde. Ah, destination de son voyage, avoue quelque chose de suspect.
May I ask where you are going?
Of course. To Venice. I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, or so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
Just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Here? On the train? No. I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
I don't want to take up any more of your valuable time, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just... I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Constable. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
Ah, We'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it. I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait here.
Il est en panique, lui.
He doesn't make a very balanced impression. And he, of all people, isn't bothered by a robbery in his own museum. Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted to.
Please. I have to go back to my compartment.
He doesn't make... and he, of all... Perhaps a thoughtful conductor noticed that Professor Lucien wasn't in his compartment and locked it.
Huh?
Need the right key or a proper tool to get the door open. Perhaps a thoughtful conductor noticed that Professor Lucien wasn't in his compartment.
Ah, il a préféré le fameux,
locked
ok.
it. You can
Examiner le
easily
verrou.
lock the compartment door from inside by turning a little knob.
But I didn't lock it.
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out here.
That's true.
Essayez d'ouvrir le verrou.
I don't believe that... It's no use. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it.
Ok, et puis nous on a rien. Attends, dans notre inventaire c'est triangle, merde. Triangle. Ah, on a des pilules, on a des petits cachets. Merde. Comment on fait pour les voir de plus près? On peut pas, je pense. Carré? Rond?
Pills
Si.
for my heart.
Des cachets pour mon
Supposed
cœur.
to take one
Je
if
suis
I
censé
have
en prendre si je me sens
My
mal.
daughter insisted that I take them with me. She was strongly against this little adventure, but I wasn't about to change my mind.
Merde, je me trompe de bouton.
I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose the previous owner bought himself a newer one. This one still works just fine, though.
Ok, bon bah on se casse d'ici pour l'instant. Et on attendra de revenir avec un outil ou je ne sais pas quoi d'autre.
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue blood on the Orient Express.
Frapper à la porte du compartiment. Allez hop.
Yes, what is it? Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At the very least, I cannot find it, sir. It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What? In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich, on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse.
Ok, il y a un peu d'humour.
If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
Ok. Donc un porte-monnaie et un outil pour ouvrir cette porte ou même la clé. Ok. Entrer dans la voiture restaurant. Alors je vais faire une petite save. Sauver la partie. Pouf.
I don't believe it. I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable...
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure.
Donc elle, c'est l'auteur du livre qu'il est en train de lire. Donc c'est une de ses auteurs préférés, je crois qu'il l'a dit au début. Que fait-elle ici? Autre voyageur. Porte-monnaie disparu.
A passenger's purse has gone missing. I suppose you haven't seen it.
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. As you know, I only deal with murder, not burglary.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding things.
I'll go and do that now. As a writer, you must be very observant. Am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
Que fait-elle ici? L'archéologue, le violoniste. Ah, yes.
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Excellent. L'archéologue, je suis pas allé le voir encore.
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course.
Alors, que fait-elle ici? Autre voyageur.
What are you doing here, if I may ask? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my favorite character.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Oh, well, fine.
Autre voyageur.
Coming back to the other passengers again, did you notice anyone else? What about the doctor or the Baroness?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the Raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right. That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
Are you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No. We are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
I see. As much as I'd like to keep talking, duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so... eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall do my best.
Ok. Salut Lulu. Ludo, je vais dire Ludo, parce que Lulu, c'est Ludo, c'est ça? Ludo.
An extraordinary woman. Talented, intellectual, extremely rich, and the most successful writer of all time. Yet, they say she can be difficult on occasion, and that she's rather unhappy. There are thousands of things I would like to ask her, but nothing would justify neglecting my duties here on the train. There are... but nothing...
Attends.
There are... but nothing... an extraordinary... yet...
Okay.
Mrs. Miller made a good impression. She wanted to protect Lady Westmacott from me, a pushy admirer. Very diligent. But she does seem a little nervous and tense. I imagine she has her work cut out for her with Matt. And a difficult boss, from what they say. Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Alors, Matt.
The little boy, Matt, he's your son?
Oh, yes. Has he done something?
No, I've already met him. Clever little fellow.
We always call him Professor because he's so precocious. If only someone could just drive the mischief out of him.
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary?
No, Constable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Mrs. Miller made a good impression. But I think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front of Lady Westmacott. She seems to take it as an inappropriate distraction from her work, although she's just knitting. Taking up a craft like that is typical of women who were told as little girls that idleness is a sin.
A sin. Comment ça, un cure-dent? Examinez le verre de cure-dent. Ok. C'est très textueux ce jeu, ça me rappelle un peu le premier Baphomet. Yes. Sauf que là on est tout en 3D quand même. Mais ouais, ça parle pas mal, mais j'aime bien l'ambiance. Les sous-titres sont ok, il y a des petites musiques sympas, c'est joli, c'est coloré. Ça va, ça me plaît. Il y a un inventaire, on est sur du point and click, on va voir ce que ça donne. Examinez le verre au cure-dent.
The steward must have forgotten the toothpicks. Normally he would offer them discreetly after dinner. The steward must normally...
Je prends. J'ai pris les cure-dents, je vais faire une petite sauvegarde. Pouf. Pom 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 pom. Inspecteur Legrand.
Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child.
Caramel.
The drawback, they don't play nice with false
Ah, les
teeth.
dentiers n'aiment pas ça. Je prends.
Maybe if I just suck it.
Petit caramel. Hop.
Who would have thought that one day butterscotch would remind me of my age and of all the things I had to leave behind? I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence. Pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy. The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dry powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it. I'll leave the scissors here. If I need them, I know where to find them.
Okay.
Perhaps he keeps the compartment keys in there. Locked. Where could he be? The drawer is locked, and the steward probably has the key. But where is he? A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years.
Amateur de musique, trophée.
A shortwave radio.
Excellent, ça me plaît ça. Ta ta da da. Ta ta ta. Pom 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 pom. Parlez au docteur Gebhardt. Ah non, je sais pas qui c'est Gebhardt.
I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt on the platform in Zurich.
Ah oui, si, c'est le docteur qui va en Italie ou je sais pas quoi. On va lui parler du coup. Du coup, il est sur ma tête.
Ah, Mr.
Zelda.
Right. How can I help you?
Ah bah voilà, nickel. Alors, rien de suspect. Cambriolage à Londres.
Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
Well, one cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular moves.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
La musique s'est arrêtée, tant mieux, parce que c'est un peu fort par rapport aux voix, je trouve. Alors, Stewart.
There's something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself. I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He is not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform? No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And I believe we both have a good idea just what's inside.
I do indeed have a theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly. Both jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed. Your newspaper caught my eye. May I borrow it for a second?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. I meant to ask, the Baroness is missing her purse.
A Baroness? This train is really full of the creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme?
Crime is over there, and now a Baroness as well.
Have you seen the purse?
Unfortunately, no. Do you know Lady Westmacott? You were talking to her.
Well, I'm an admirer of her work.
Like so many others. I once read in the newspaper that only Shakespeare and the Bible sell more copies than her crime novels.
I read that too.
She must be filthy rich. As a doctor, I'd have to work 1,000 years to earn that kind of money.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Ok.
I made the acquaintance of Dr.
Je vais faire des saves régulières, hein. J'ai peur que ça bug et de me retaper des scénettes entières. Papapapapam, papapam.
A box with a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here. Locked.
Bang! Bang!
Uh-huh.
Don't move!
Matt, have you gone mad?
I'll shoot! Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past the window.
Yes, sure. Now get moving.
Oh, man.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key. The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed. The wind, tunnels... No, I'll stay down here.
On se promène dans le train pour l'instant, on découvre. Ah merde, je suis pas au bon endroit. Je retourne en arrière.
I strongly suspect that the door is locked.
Ah, verrouillé.
No, it's open.
Non, elle est ouverte. Ok. Oula.
Hello? Wow.
Don't move a muscle, you feathered fiend.
Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce Constable Robert Oliver from the yard. And this is the revered Constable Zellman of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
Mais c'est pas le mec qui était dans le... Quand il y a eu le cambriolage, j'ai l'impression que c'est lui. Bizarre. Dans l'intro. Piège.
Then I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that someone recently struck in London.
And how would I bait my trap then?
With an eye? An eye on its way from Zurich to Cairo?
Someone has done his homework. Well done, Constable.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train, as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh, really?
There is a certain Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's his story?
Well, it seems someone locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out?
Well, yes. The door is locked and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
It may have been. Do you think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story. Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his compartment. Report back to me when you're through.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Ok.
And then there's the Baroness. She's missing her purse.
Baroness von Trebitz? Interesting.
Indeed, sir.
But it has nothing to do with our case.
So I shouldn't concern myself with the matter.
Why not? It's your job as a policeman. But don't expect me to be particularly interested in a lost purse.
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
He tried to blow me up.
Robert, we don't know who
Ah, c'était lui, ouais.
yet.
In any event, the new Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? It could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur?
Never mind.
I go attend to the door now.
Good. And, Constable Zellner,
Yes?
don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
Of course. A thief might get anxious if there's too much activity in the freight car.
Exactement. Knock twice. Then we'll know that it's you.
Understood.
Ok, on va lire le carnet de notes.
An investigation on behalf of Legrand that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end.
Petite save. Pouf. Non, on va... Ah non, il y a trop de bruit là. On va rentrer à l'intérieur. Bon là il y a des chargements, hein, t'as vu? Ok. Alors... Oh putain. Le violoniste. Ah mais il y a des trucs qui se rajoutent, c'est relou ça. Lady Westmacott estime que Kreutzer est du genre à vivre au crochet des autres. Le professeur Edgar Lucien, ou Lucien. J'ai fait la connaissance du professeur Lucien du British Museum de Londres. Il dit de ne pas avoir été trop affecté par le cambriolage au musée. Je ne le crois pas, il a l'air assez nerveux. Le compartiment verrouillé. La porte du compartiment du professeur Lucien était verrouillée de l'extérieur ou bien de l'intérieur. Et par qui? James le majordome. J'ai pas vu lui. Ah si, c'est le majordome de la baronne. La baronne von Trebitz et son majordome ont leur propre compartiment luxueux à bord du train. Je suis quand même persuadé qu'aucun compartiment de train au monde n'est assez grand pour le partager avec la baronne. Son majordome James doit avoir la patience d'un saint. Porte-monnaie disparu. La disparition d'un porte-monnaie, ce n'est pas vraiment l'affaire du siècle, et j'ai peine à imaginer que le corbeau puisse être impliqué. Pourtant je suis officier de police, alors je dois m'efforcer de retrouver ce porte-monnaie. J'avais eu un bug bloquant sur un écran noir dans Cthulhu. J'ai cru que ma sauvegarde allait être niquée. Ah, ça va, c'est parti. Je sais pas si on peut faire plusieurs sauvegardes dans Call of Cthulhu, mais si tu peux toujours sauvegarder plusieurs endroits, il faut le faire. Faut jamais sauvegarder toujours sur le même truc parce que si la sauvegarde est morte, t'es niqué, faut recommencer le jeu. S'il y a plusieurs slots, faut toujours s'en servir au maximum. Ouh, la baronne von Trebitz. On l'avait pas vu du coup. La baronne semble avoir l'habitude d'être au centre de toute l'attention, toutes les attentions. Elle doit être fatigante, mais c'est aussi une généreuse philanthrope. Elle parcourt le monde en faisant des dons à des musées et des galeries d'art. C'est elle qui finance l'exposition au Caire. Ce sera la première fois depuis des décennies que les deux yeux du Sphinx seront présentés ensemble. Yep, je fais pareil quand c'est possible, yes. C'est pas toujours possible, effectivement. Lady Clarissa Westmacott. Je l'adore. Pour moi, elle est le plus grand auteur du siècle. Et sûrement celle qui a connu le plus de succès. Quel dommage qu'elle ait cessé d'écrire. Je n'ai encore rien lu à ce sujet dans la presse. La nouvelle va bouleverser ses fans dans le monde entier. Meilleur roman de Clarissa Westmacott, 10 petits indiens. Ah, mais oui, en fait c'est Mary Higgins Clark et c'est les 10 petits nègres. Je pense. Si je dis pas de bêtises, je suis vraiment pas un spécialiste de l'écriture pour le coup, mais à mon avis ça fait référence à ça. La mort sur les rails, meurtre en Égypte, sous une pleine lune, l'affaire mystérieuse de style, le presbytère dans le miroir, les packs, le plat de Boris partout. Mais oui, c'est ça les 10 petits nègres, 10 petits indiens. C'est vendu à plus de 100 millions d'exemplaires, ce qui en fait le roman policier le plus vendu de tous les temps. Mary Miller et Matt Miller, donc la mère et son fils. Madame Miller m'a été présentée comme la compagne de Lady Westmacott. Je crois qu'elle est plutôt son assistante. Elle semble assez tendue, nerveuse et un peu instable. C'est peut-être à cause de son fils, Matt. J'aime bien ce petit Matt. Il est vif et curieux. Cependant, on dirait qu'il en fait voir de toutes les couleurs à sa mère. Le docteur Gebhardt. Alors, j'ai déjà parlé au docteur Gebhardt à Zurich. C'est un docteur allemand. Il compte terminer sa carrière en Italie. Je ne dirais pas que je le trouve particulièrement sympathique. Il est poli et courtois, mais sa gentillesse me paraît forcée. Quelque chose ne colle pas. Agent Robert Oliver. L'agent semble être un honnête homme. Un homme honnête. Mais pas très futé. Il vénère le grand. C'est indéniable. Il est fier de travailler aux côtés de ce grand enquêteur. Pour être franc, j'éprouverais la même chose à sa place. Qui est le corbeau? Cherchez les indices sur l'identité du corbeau. Alors, texte, question, slot. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Titel. Je dois convaincre le grand que je peux lui être utile. Ce sera un bon début d'aider le professeur à ouvrir sa porte. Comment ça, renseignement? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ouvrir la porte du professeur. La porte du compartiment de Lucien semble verrouillée. La boîte à outils pourrait m'être utile pour ouvrir la porte du professeur Lucien. Ah putain, merde! Oh, j'ai fait de la merde! C'est un indice. Bon, ok, je le saurai maintenant. Les employés du chemin de fer doivent avoir la clé. Ah, c'est un indice. Putain, je me suis fait arnaquer. D'accord. Donc là, on va pas cliquer. Trouver le porte-monnaie de la baronne. Ok, on s'en fout. Ok, c'est des indices. Bon, bah très bien. C'est des indices non obligatoires. C'est très très bien. On clique dessus quand on veut un indice. Parfait. Donc pour l'instant, on essaye de pas regarder ça. Ah, j'ai cliqué comme un boulet. Je m'en doutais un peu, mais je sais pas. Je voulais voir ce que ça donnait. Bon, c'est pas grave. Ok. Pam 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 pam. Alors attendez, je vais faire un truc. Je vais charger la partie. Du coup, c'est laquelle la partie que je vais changer? 19 minutes, 36, 43. C'est celle-là. Donc je la charge. Comme ça on n'aura pas l'indice de dévoiler. Je sais pas, il y a peut-être un trophée pour ça, donc bon. Et je regarderai pas les autres. C'était juste pour tester, je savais pas trop ce que c'était.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
Ok. Donc. Alors. Merde, pourquoi il me manque les trucs à droite? Non, j'ai pas tout là. J'ai pas tout là, j'allais dire que j'ai pas fait le truc. Putain, qu'est-ce que c'est que cette arnaque? 49. Chargé. Nouveau commentaire. Amazing. Putain, mais j'ai tout le temps des trucs de merde. Ah, ok. C'est bon. On continue. Pam, 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 pam. C'est combien de temps que je joue? Une heure seulement. Donc là c'est bon. On fait ça, on peut aller voir Hop. Et donc on lit pas ces trucs là. Ok. C'est parti. Pom, 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 pom. Ah.
Oh, Constable?
Madame Miller.
Yes, ma'am.
My son didn't make any trouble for you, I hope. It's just that he just walked past us, silent and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you. Maddie is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He's gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Maddie's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
Of course. I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
Very well. Thank you again, Constable.
I think it's uncomfortable for... Although... There are foul, but nothing.
Ok. Bon, l'autre, j'ai pas retrouvé son truc. Qu'est-ce qu'on a dans l'inventaire? Je me trompe de bouton. Un cure-dent, les caramels, un crayon, lire le journal. Ah, je peux lire le journal. Ah, c'est pas mal ça. Alors.
Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion, Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Ah, j'ai pris des notes.
Luna's Drops. The calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility. Luna's Drops. If you don't want to bother your husband.
Excellent. Ça l'a bien fait rire en tout cas.
A story about the upcoming Oscars and Cleopatra's chances of winning. An incredible feat. They built the largest movie set of all time in Rome. And because of the main actress's many illnesses, several changes of director and months of delays, costs shot to over $40 million. The most expensive movie ever made. A record never to be broken. John Surtees won the Formula One World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win World Championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea. Too loud, too fast, too much exhaust.
Ok, sympa. contre, on a du chargement. Hein. Allez, allez. Putain, je me trompe. Putain, je crois toujours que c'est l'inventaire. Lire le journal, on l'a fait. Crayon.
Stuart's pencil. Probably one of the most traveled pencils in the world.
Caramel, cure-dent.
The wooden toothpicks are packed into small paper wrappers. Nothing unusual. I won't eat any just now. It would be rather embarrassing if I met Legrand and wasn't able to open my mouth because it's been stuck shut, or because I lost some teeth. I bought it last week at a flea market.
C'est bizarre, il n'y a rien d'écrit. Normalement, c'est écrit que je veux assembler les deux. Il me dit même pas que c'est ok. Je sais plus assembler les objets apparemment.
The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool.
Merde, putain, j'arrive pas à m'y faire. Je crois toujours que c'est l'inventaire ici.
I won't eat any just now. It would be rather embarrassing.
Oui. Mais putain. Ah, j'ai du mal, hein. Je me souviens plus comment faut faire là. Putain, c'est mal foutu.
The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it. I'm at a loss without a key.
Il se fout de ma gueule, je... Oh, je me trompe tout le temps. Bon, j'arrive pas.
The wooden toothpicks are packed into small paper wrappers. Nothing on...
Bon, je n'y arrive pas. Je sais pas comment on fait. Ça me saoule.
First, I better see about getting the... Doesn't seem like I'll get any...
Ça me saoule. On va parler au gamin.
Matt doesn't really seem to be content. Hello, Matt. Oh, come on. Are you going to be angry with me for the rest of the trip?
Until I get my pistol back.
I gave it to your mother.
Oh, man. Couldn't you have just raked me over the coals?
Would you have learned anything from that?
I didn't learn anything from this either.
Come on, Matt. Did you really think that you can ignore me for longer than I can ignore you? I'm Swiss. It's practically a national sport.
Eh, je sais pas me servir de l'inventaire.
Should I ask
Ça, j'y avais
for
pensé,
an autograph?
l'autographe.
That will be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand...
Ok. Donc là, on est bloqué. Putain, je comprends pas comment...
If I may trouble you once more... A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
chelou, j'arrive pas à...
The Baroness seems to have... I better not bother.
J'y arrive plus. Peut-être qu'on peut le faire que quand il y a quelque chose à faire, je sais pas.
Excuse me, Lady Westmacott.
Constable Zelda, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you might...
Sign your book, Constable Zelda?
If it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one. You are welcome.
Thank you so very much. Another time. Farewell, Lady Westmacott.
Constable?
J'ai pas un trophée pour ça? Oh.
There are...
J'ai pas un trophée pour ça. D'accord. On va essayer d'ouvrir ce tiroir là.
I'll leave the scissors here.
Putain, eh, ça me saoule, ça me saoule. Je sais pas comment on se sert de l'inventaire, ça me rend ouf. Ah si, ça y
When I
est.
scratch the pencils lead with the scissors, I get fine graphite powder. I won't get a Nobel Prize for the idea, but graphite powder will bring out fingerprints at a pinch.
J'ai pas fait exprès. J'ai pas fait exprès. Ok, j'ai pas fait exprès. Bon, ça s'en va ça.
I need a bit of wire or something. For brave Constable
Pour le courageux agent.
Jacob Zelda,
dont l'heure viendra
whose
sûrement.
time shall surely come. Clarissa Westmacott, DBE.
On a de la poudre pour les empreintes, mais ok. Un caramel, Osef.
A shortwave radio. It's amazing how...
Ok, on se casse. Bon. Je suis bloqué. J'ai pas de porte-monnaie et j'ai rien pour ouvrir sa porte.
I need the right key or a proper tool to get the door open.
On va peut-être ouvrir la boîte à outils. Mais normalement non, parce qu'il a dit que c'était un mec du train qui avait le truc. Dans l'indice que j'ai lu sans faire trop exprès. Bon, on va quand même essayer.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
Merde, je vais me faire engueuler. J'ai un nouveau, je me suis trompé de côté.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
L'agent Robert Oliver.
Constable Robert Oliver. Is it possible that I read your name in the newspaper?
Ah, could be, sir. Could very well be.
Robert was there when the first Eye of the Sphinx was stolen.
Why were you in the museum? Did you spot something from outside?
Well, sir, I noticed that a door was ajar, which was suspicious, and it was my duty to investigate, sir.
Scotland Yard gave him a commendation and assigned him to me as a liaison.
A great honor, sir.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
Ok. Bon. On va faire une sauvegarde. Et on va chercher parce que là je sais pas quoi faire. Et en plus il dit rien. Sauvegarder la partie. Hop. J'aimerais bien faire une énigme ou deux quand même avant d'aller me coucher. Ah, genre lui là, putain. Pourquoi j'arrive pas à lui ouvrir sa piole?
That's not something that happens every... I scraped a small amount of graphite off the pencil lead. The powder was very fine, practically dust.
Je suis dans la merde. Je suis déjà bloqué.
There could be many reasons for the violinist's shaking hand. Strained nerves, an illness. My money's on alcohol. It wouldn't be the first musician who ruined his career that way. The violinist, one can...
C'est vrai qu'on peut ouvrir la fenêtre.
No reason to bother the violinist. He can stay in the stuffy air if he prefers.
Merde. Putain, je suis bloqué. Je suis bloqué au tout début. Je suis bloqué au tout début.
Matt is digging in his heels. I won't get anything out of him as long as he's angry with me.
Ok, j'ai pris des notes. Pam 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 pam. Alors. Alors, ah ouais. Matt Bood, nanana. Je peux l'interroger au sujet du porte-monnaie de la baronne. Mais il boude. Le violoniste soutient ne rien savoir au sujet du porte-monnaie, seulement je vais jeter un coup d'œil. Ah, dans son étui au violon, ouais. Aïe. Ok, bah... je suis bloqué. Et j'ai pas envie de lire les aides, donc... que j'ai? Qu'est-ce qui pourrait servir? J'ai des caramels. Ah, bah pour le garçon, des caramels. Ah, allez, des caramels. On y croit.
Would you like a butterscotch?
You think you can bribe me?
I have no reason to. You made trouble and got punished for it. Take it as a peace offering.
Just 4?
If I'm faster than you, there'll only be 3.
Hey!
Friends again?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
And no dangerous nonsense anymore.
Okay.
Génial. Alors, Lady Westmacott.
Your mother is Lady Westmacott's companion, correct?
Yeah, but it's not like you think. At first I thought, boy, you must be really wicked if you need to pay for friends. But the lady's really okay. A bit odd and really old. But other than that, she's great. She likes me.
The lady has peculiar taste.
Hey!
Ouh, il y a plein de trucs à dire. Alors, où est-ce qu'il vit?
You and your mother, do you both live on Lady Westmacott's estate?
I'm only there for the holidays. Most of the time I'm at boarding school.
I imagine that's not very pleasant.
No, it's fine. I have friends there. You always have to be so quiet in the lady's house. And I'm not allowed to bring any friends.
Such a big house with so many places to hide and no one to play hide and seek with.
You said it.
Projet du garçon.
How old are you, Matt?
In 8 months, I'll be 9 years old.
And do you already know what you want to be when you grow up? A burglar?
No, we'll see. Maybe an actor.
Really? Well, I don't know. You need a lot of talent for that. I'm an actor in a theater group, you know?
You are?
Oh, yes. And I'm one of the best in our group, if I may say so. I get really deep into my roles, you know? I don't just talk like the character. I think like him. I become him. It's the only way to... Matt, are you okay?
I think you just have to be good at copying things to be an actor.
That wasn't bad. Disturbing, but not bad. Tell me, how long has your mother been working for the lady?
2 years.
And your father? What does he do?
He stayed home. I used to go fishing with him, and hunting. He even let me shoot a real gun.
And then?
Then Mom fought with him, and he left. I was 7.
Okay.
Tell me, have you seen the steward anywhere?
No. He was walking around a little while ago, though.
Hopefully they didn't forget him in Zurich.
What's he supposed to do?
I'm looking for a key to open a compartment door.
Did you check his things behind the counter?
I'm sure the drawers will be locked.
Can't you break it open? Or pick the lock like Raven?
Perhaps. But I'd need a piece of wire or something like that.
Ask my mom. She has a lot of hairpins. She doesn't like the wind messing up her hair.
Thanks.
Il a fait comme moi. Excellent. Le porte-monnaie disparu.
The Baroness in the second compartment over there is missing her purse. Do you have any idea where it could be?
Do I ever? That guy over there with the violin case?
What about it?
He picked up something in Zurich and put it in his violin case.
Really?
Yeah, and he made sure that nobody saw him.
You saw him?
Uh-huh.
Did you also see what it was?
Nah, not really. But now that I think of it, it must have been the Baroness's purse.
I should look into it, shouldn't I?
I think so.
So long.
So longer.
I've no idea what The kid's not on the warpath anymore. I don't think he'll be causing any more trouble. For the next half hour, anyway.
Cool. Alors, voir ce voleur.
The violin case looks pretty old, but that doesn't say anything about the quality of the violin. The best violins are often in the oldest cases. I doubt the violinist will let me have a look in his case. Excuse me, sir. About the purse.
Ah, yes? Has it been found?
Someone saw you with your violin case on the platform in Zurich.
What's the meaning of this? I didn't steal anything.
Nobody said you did. I just wanted to ask you whether you might have noticed anything on the platform.
Ah, well...
Why did you think I was accusing you?
Well, I thought... because you mentioned my violin case in the context of the purse.
Apropos, may I have a look at your violin? It must be a very extraordinary piece.
Oh, that's not possible. It's a genuine Granetti.
Very valuable.
Very. And also very sensitive.
What could harm it here? Light? Air? May I ask you to open the violin case?
No, you may not. I'm not guilty of anything.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
Then I'm afraid you need a warrant. I will not stand back and let you rifle through my belongings.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
On va ouvrir la fenêtre. Et quand il viendra la fermer, on ira regarder dans son étui. Non, il veut pas.
What are you doing? Didn't I make myself clear? The window stays closed.
You're not alone on this train. I want the window open.
Swiss politeness doesn't seem to be what it used to be. I'm not going to catch a cold because of you. Go somewhere else if you don't like it.
Merde. J'ai pas eu le temps de regarder. Je viens de finir le jeu. La fin rituelle, c'est un putain de carnage, j'adore. Yeah! Je vais voir si je peux refaire l'autre fin, ça marche. Je sais plus combien il y en a en tout, moi j'avais regardé sur YouTube, je t'avoue. J'avais eu la flemme de checker les autres fins. Enfin de le faire moi-même quoi. Il faut que je coince la fenêtre avec un cure-dent, bof. On va essayer ça. Pour pas qu'il arrive à la refermer en fait. Allez! Hop, un petit cure-dent. Ah, je suis content. C'est un point and click comme j'aime bien.
What nerve? I'll complain to your superiors.
That's not what you expect to find in a violin case. An old one, but probably still fully functional. I don't know anything about violins. It may very well be a very expensive violin, or not.
Faut que j'augmente les voix. Porte-monnaie de la vieille.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I was taking your case for safekeeping, since it was left here unattended. When I picked it up, the cover unlatched.
I never leave my violin unattended.
Ah, then no one else could have put this purse in your case.
Someone must have snuck it in, like you.
Uh-huh, for sure. And you have a pistol in the case because...
I don't owe you an explanation. It's mine. I have a gun license. Now, take the damned purse to the Baroness and leave me in peace. Just get lost.
It won't be that easy. I'll report the incident to the Italian authorities in Venice. I'll inform the authorities in Venice. They'll decide what to do with him.
Yeah. Alors, on va sauvegarder la partie. Ah merde. Attends, putain, il y a une page sur deux maintenant. J'ai fait trop de... Oh, on peut enregistrer comme un gros salle quand même. On peut pas supprimer et quand on fait charger, on peut pas supprimer non plus. Ah! Bon. D'accord. Bon, c'est cool quand même. Attendez, hein, je réfléchis à un truc en même temps. Madame Miller et le père de Matt se sont apparemment séparés. Le garçon semble le reprocher à sa mère. Lady Westmacott semble beaucoup apprécier Matt. Elle lui assure une bonne éducation à ses frais. L'agent Oliver se trouve au British Museum la nuit du cambriolage. Très étrange. Il ne se trouvait qu'à quelques pas du corbeau quand celui-ci a volé le premier œil. Et maintenant, il est censé protéger l'autre. C'est vrai qu'il est bizarre là. Pourquoi j'ai pas la suite? Ah, c'est bugué. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Pourquoi j'ai pas la suite? Bon. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Ça déconne quoi? Ouais, j'ai l'impression que ça déconne. Hein. Oulala, non mais ça bug ce truc, c'est mal foutu. Attends. L'occasion était trop belle, alors il a pris le porte-monnaie. Ah, ok, ça se remplit mais même pas dans l'ordre. Oh là là, ça va être compliqué de lire tout ça. Hein. Bon, ok. C'est pas grave, on a le porte-monnaie, vas-y, on va lui rendre.
Oh, Inspector, did you find the Baroness's purse?
I did indeed.
You did? Out of my way, James.
Hey!
Oh, wunderbar. Tremendous work, Inspector.
Constable, Baroness. Constable Anton Jakob Zellner at your service. May I ask you where this beautiful train is taking you?
To the madhouse, I'm afraid. One is close to the brink of insanity with this constant shaking and rattling.
Have you ever tried flying, Baroness?
Do you know how little luggage one is permitted upon an aeroplane? It defies all reason and good taste.
Have you heard about the burglary at the British Museum?
Heard about it? I'm directly affected by it.
How so?
I'm in charge of the Friends of the British Museum. And for your information, I'm financing the exhibition.
Exhibition? What exhibition?
The exhibition in Cairo. Where did you think we were going? The eyes of the Sphinx were supposed to be exhibited together for the first time in decades. Now that one of them is gone, the exhibition will be rather less sensational than we'd hoped.
On the other hand, there's a chance that all the uproar will generate more attention, and that the exhibition will still be a great success.
Oh, perhaps. But we wanted to show them both together. That was the whole point.
Can you tell me anything about your fellow passengers, Baroness?
No, not really. I could hardly care who's penned up in here with me. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Lucien is here, the professor. Poor fellow. The eye of the Sphinx that was stolen belonged to his collection.
Professor Lucien is an Egyptologist.
But of course. As director of the Egyptian department at the British Museum, he has to be. The whole burglary thing really upset him. Director Thomas told me he was a nervous wreck.
I'll take my leave of you now, Baroness, and I do hope your journey becomes more bearable.
Ha! Yes, indeed, Inspector.
Constable. James? I don't think the Baroness has any more information for me, and she's not the most pleasant conversationalist either.
Ok. Ben, elle m'a rien donné. Elle m'a rien donné, la coquine.
First, I'd better see about getting the... Doesn't seem like a...
Ah, elle m'a rien donné. Ah, j'aurais peut-être pu regarder dedans. Oh non, il y aurait rien eu, je pense. Mais
I scraped a small...
je sais pas trop quoi faire.
I'd better let him read.
Je peux peut-être aller leur reparler, leur dire que j'ai trouvé le porte-monnaie.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
Ouais.
Baroness von Trebitz told me about her missing purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. She is financing everything, isn't she?
Indeed, sir.
I found the purse. David Kreutzer, a violinist from Austria, had it.
Probably nothing to do with our case. All the same, good work.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
Ok, ils m'ont rien donné. Ok. Bon. Et le steward, il est où? Je sais pas où est le steward.
No.
Ah.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Ah yes, l'épingle à cheveux.
Please excuse my unusual request, but Matt said you have some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary. The constable won't do it any harm. Will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
Is this one okay?
It'll do nicely, madam. How very kind of you. Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Cool. Allons, tiroir, vite, vite.
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train. Whoops. That was easier than expected. Batteries, a toothbrush, shaving brush. But not the key to the compartment door. Just this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful. A key to a padlock. I'm sure of that. It's not the first time I've held one. I'd better let him read his newspaper.
Bon. On avance. On avance.
That's it. There we go. This should help.
Mince. À quoi ça me sert?
My grandfather was a blacksmith. When I was a child, I used to play with tongs on hammers in his workshop. My mother never cared for that. She was always worried about my little fingers. But I never hurt myself seriously. I'm quite clever with tools.
Je sais pas à quoi ça me sert.
Inspector Legrand was quite... I'm only
je me trompe de côté. pouvais encore cliquer sur la boîte, je vais le refaire. On sait jamais, il y a peut-être d'autres outils. Bon, je vais prendre le temps de chargement. On va se la retaper du coup. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire avec la pince? Ah si, je peux attraper le truc, c'est une pince. Ouais, je suis con. J'ai tout ce qu'il me faut, ok. C'est bon, je vais pouvoir attraper le verrou. Et après on va arrêter. Ce sera très bien. Ce sera très bien. 1h30. Bon, les déplacements sont pas terribles. Hop. Ah! C'est qui lui déjà? C'est le majordome, je crois. Il est parti voir le plan, donc du coup je peux aller parler à la... Ah non, mais c'est pas à lui que je voulais parler. Putain.
I didn't find the conductor, but I should be able to open the door for you with these pliers.
Then go right ahead.
I bet I can.
Il nous donne la
really
solution
get a grip
encore
on
le
the
jeu.
boat,
Qu'est-ce qu'il nous
please.
fait là? C'était très bien jusqu'ici. Il le fait tout seul. Ouais, bon d'accord. Bon, on avait deviné, mais bon.
Hello?
La fenêtre va être ouverte?
I barely left the window ajar.
Et voilà. Putain. Un classique.
Nothing to see.
Ah. J'ai perdu mon képi.
Ah.
Are you okay?
Yes. Fine.
Non, 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 on lui a volé des documents. Ah, je voulais pas... Putain, bon. Alors... Porte verrouillée.
Do you have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Maybe the constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor. So, what are you hiding in your bag? What do you have that would be worth stealing?
No, nothing.
No valuables?
Certainly not. Not on my salary.
It was enough for a first-class compartment on a luxury train.
That's...
Bah oui, le mec il est dans l'Orient Express quoi.
Playing a
Il
dangerous
dit qu'il a pas les moyens.
Professor Lucien.
Pas crédible. Alors il connaît le grand.
I believe you and the inspector do know each other.
What makes you think that?
It seems like the two of you are running a haulage company specializing in safes.
I won't comment on that. It's a matter of international importance.
Tell me, Professor, would you happen to have a key in your briefcase? And if so, would it still happen to be there?
Then all would be as it should.
That's what we hope, at least. All the same, it would have been a simple matter for a thief to make an impression of it. Right, Professor?
Oh.
Alors, directeur du département des antiquités égyptiennes.
And the break-in? It wasn't an issue for you? Even though you're the head of the department where it occurred?
All right. The burglary was most upsetting. And shocking. And I didn't know what to do, okay?
And you couldn't just tell me that.
The fewer people who know about it, the better. I can't trust anyone.
You're not only going to Venice, are you? Could it be that your journey will continue? All the way to Egypt, perhaps? I'm on your side, but the more you lie to me, the more difficult you make my job. I'd like to look around a bit.
Of course.
Et ben je vais m'arrêter là parce que j'ai pas envie de faire le tour maintenant, il y a plein de trucs à faire et j'ai envie de faire dodo. Donc, je vais sauvegarder. Et on recommencera ici. Ah, attends.
He's hiding something from me, and I have to find out what it is. Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Oh, nothing.
Well, good.
Il y a un truc par terre, putain, faut pas que j'oublie, il y a un bouton par terre. Je vais sauvegarder là du coup. Hop, sauvegarder. 1h20. Bonne nuit Julien, bisous. T'as réussi à faire les autres fins du coup? Ce sera moins chiant de regarder sur YouTube. Hein. Moi j'ai fait mes 2 fins et là je... Ok, ça marche. Luigi Mansion. Hop. 1h31. Ah, ça se met là directement. Je vais écraser ça aussi. Putain, mais ça déconne. Oh là là. Regarde. Ah, ça déconne. Bref. Je vais y arriver. Il y en a 4, mais j'en ai que 2 de dispo. Ça marche. Bah, tu regarderas sur YouTube. Ça, tu les verras et puis après, c'est bon. Allez, je vais couper. Bonne nuit, les gars. Et à la prochaine. Demain, normalement, tranquille, je me réveille et puis je relancerai, mais je sais pas quelle heure. Ce sera entre 10 et 11h, je pense. Ciao, ciao. À la prochaine. Bien cool ce The Raven. Sympathique.